Hello, Aydın, Sunay. Guys, good to see you. How are you? Is everything okay?
Yes.
Sunay, do you know Aydın?
What?
Do you know Aydın? Hello. Mr. Sunay, do you know Mr. Aydın? Do you know each other?
No.
No. Why it takes so long to answer this question, Sunay? Anyway, okay, thank you very much. Guys, Aydın and Sunay, if you're ready, let's continue. As you know, your exam is on April 27. We have only 4 classes left, okay? Let's try to practice more and more questions, as many problems as possible, because as you get actually familiar with more different types of problems, you will have more and more idea, right? So last time actually we did paper 5 from 2017. Today and Friday, we are going to practice 2017 questions. Okay, this is your level. And Aydın, in the exam, you are going to see similar questions. Okay, most probably. Okay, they don't ask very different questions. If you really, if you're really solving these questions understandingly, you will see that, you will not get surprised when you see the questions. Okay. Hi, Nargis. Nargis, we have just started. Okay. So if you're ready, guys, let's start. We don't have much time. So, okay. As you know, the main challenge is the speed. Okay. Can you solve the questions fast? To be able to solve the question fast, you need to use the right method. Find the value of this. Aydın, did we do a similar question last time? Do you remember?
Can I answer? Oh, yes. Can I answer?
How did you? Okay, tell me how you solve this question. Just tell me your method. How did you solve it? Just tell me.
I can't.
Huh? So here you just label this 112 as A, and also 112 it will be A, right? And just a second. Okay. So, and how about 111? 111 is 112 minus 1. So I can write this A minus 1. And how about 113? It is A plus 1. So now if you substitute here, A times A minus, here we have A minus 1, and here we have A plus 1. So that's equal to, just you should remember that A plus B, and if you multiply this by A minus B, it's always equal to A squared minus B squared. Okay. So later we'll talk about this. But now, if you know this, because you are going to participate in Olympiad, okay, it's not a regular exam. So you should know more than ordinary students. So now what we have here we have A squared minus, so the whole thing, this part, that's equal to A squared minus 1. Even if you don't know this formula, you know how to expand this, right? A times A squared, A times 1, A, negative 1 times A, that is negative A, and negative 1 times 1, negative 1. And if you simplify this, you will get A squared minus 1. So now here we have A squared minus A squared minus minus, it is plus 1. And A squared is equal to 0. As you see here, we don't have to do any long multiplication. So the answer is B. Okay, Ismail and I think 4 or 5 people are here. Now let's continue. Now I will ask you, okay, if you know, okay, write your answer first, and I will ask you. I really want you to explain if your answer is correct. I then read the question.
Yes, there are 50 students in classroom A. students in classroom learn piano but do not wear spectacles? My answer is 16.
Okay, so first it says there are
First I
50
found
students in classroom A, right?
yes,
2/5 of the students learn piano. So piano,
12.
what is it?
12.
2/5 of the students, which is equal to 2 times 50, 100 divided by 5. That's equal to 20 students learn piano.
12 and one fifth of 12 is equal to 4, and 12 minus 4 is equal to 16.
So there's 1/5 of the students who learn piano, right? 20 students learn
Yes.
piano. That's equal to 4. So how many students in classroom A learn piano but do not wear spectacles? So actually, 4 students, they wear spectacles and they learn piano. Since altogether 20 students learn piano, so 20 minus 4, that's equal to 16 students. They learn piano, but they don't wear spectacles. So the answer is A. Very good. Nargis, read the question.
Okay. Isabella is planning to learn English. She plans to learn one new word on every Monday, 2 new words on every Tuesday, 3 new words on every Wednesday, and so on up to 7 new words every Sunday. If Isabella starts learning the first word on Monday, on which day of the week will Isabella learn the 90th word? 90th word.
19th word. Okay,
Answer.
because Isabella makes a plan for herself, right? He said just actually according to her plan, she's going to learn one word on every Monday, 2 words on Tuesday, 3 words on Wednesday, and blah blah blah. The question is, if Isabella starts learning the first word on Monday, on which day of the week, right, will Isabella learn the 19th word? Yes, Aidan, how did you solve it?
I first count 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7 to find words on 1 week. It's equal to 28. And 19 divided 28 is equal to 3 point and 3 weeks he learned 81 and
84, right? 84.
8, yes, 84, and yes, 84, and 84 plus 1 is equal to 85, 85 plus 2 is equal to 87, and 87 plus 3 is equal to 19. So the answer is Wednesday.
Very good. So here it's like, again, that's related to division algorithm, right? Here you should see the pattern. Okay, since every week he's learning 28 words, in 3 full weeks, right, he will learn 84 words. And after that 4th week on Monday, he will learn 85th, right? And Tuesday, 86th, 87th, and Wednesday, 88th, 89th, and 90th word. So actually 90th word falls on Wednesday. Actually, it falls on which one? It is Wednesday. Very good. Ismail, read the question. Ismail, are you here?
Find the next number in the sequence below.
Sequence. Okay.
Sequence below.
Find the next number in the sequence below. Okay. 2, 12, 30, 56, 90. Okay, Aidan, if you have already done, tell me, how did you do that?
12 minus 2 is equal to 10, 30 minus 12 is equal to 18, 56 minus 30 is equal to 26, 90 minus 56 is equal to 44, and 10 plus 8 is equal to 18, 18 plus 8 is 26, so 26 minus 8 is equal to 34, and 34 plus 8 is equal to 42, and 42 plus 90 is equal to 132.
Very good, very good. Guys, how we are solving this, as you see here, the first difference, actually we call this difference to the first differences. And this one is the second differences. The first differences, they are not constant, right? They are changing. Actually, it is 10, 18, 26, 34, 42. But if you just actually find the second differences, it is 8, 8, 8, 8. Then it says the second difference is 8, right? Here we have 10, 18, 26, 34. To get the next number, if you add 34 to 8, we will get this 42. So to get the next term, we need to add, what is it? 42 to 90 to get the next term, which is equal to 132. Very good. Sunay, can you read the question?
Yeah.
Okay, Aydın, you read the question.
Sum of five consecutive numbers is equal consecutive numbers is equal to 625. What is the largest of these consecutive numbers? I first wrote x, and second number is x plus 1. Third number is equal to x plus 2. Fourth number is equal to x plus 3, and fifth number is equal to x plus 4. And I wrote x plus x1 plus 1 plus x plus 2 plus x plus 3 plus x plus 4 is equal to 625. And 5x is equal to...
Aydın, you said that you just take label the first number as x.
Yes.
But instead, in this kind of questions, Aydın, here we are talking about 5 consecutive numbers, right? And let's say this one is a first number, and second number, third number, fourth number, and fifth number. And not x plus 1. How about if you start from here? Let's say this number is, let's say it is x. Or usually, since it is we are talking about whole number, instead of x, let me just use n. So if this number is n, okay, now you can simplify this very fast. So the previous number will be n minus 1. Previous number will be n minus 2. And how about after n? That number is n plus 1. After this, it is n plus 2. Now, if you add these numbers, as you see here, n plus n plus n plus n, how many n? It is 5n. Negative 2 plus 2, it is 0. Negative 1 plus 1, it is 0. As see here, in this way, we can find much faster. This the sum of these 5 numbers is just equal to 5n. That's equal to 625. What is n? N equals 6 to 5 over 5. That's equal to 125. But in the question, it says that what is the largest of these numbers, right? Which one is the largest? It is n plus 2. So the largest one is 125 plus 2. That's equal to 127. In this way, it is much, also your way is also okay. But this one, usually, it gives us the solution much faster. Okay, very good. Next question. Aydın, Nargis, you read the question.
Okay. The figure below is made of a square and 3 rectangles. The square has an area of 64 centimeters square. Find the area in centimeter square of shaded triangle.
Guys, you have 1.5 minutes. Everybody think, if you have already done, leave your answer to the chat box. Let me see.
Is my answer correct?
Yes, Aydın, your answer is correct.
Is my answer correct?
Nargis, also your answer is correct.
Okay.
Okay, good. About Ismail, do you have also answer?
1 minute.
Here's a smile. Okay, good. Let's do it together. So here, this one is 64, right? It's a square. All sides must be equal to each other, which means that the side of the square is 8.
8.
And also this opposite side, it must be 8. So that is a rectangle. We know that 8 times 9 is
9.
72. So if this one is 9, it's a rectangle. This should be 4. So the base of the rectangle, it is 8. And how about it is height? Height is equal to 4. And how do you find the area of the rectangle and triangle? 1/2 times 8 times height, which
times
is
4.
equal to 32 cm squared. So what? 16.
16.
Yes.
32
Divided
over 2, that is
divided
16,
divided 2.
right? That is 16. Good, that's it. How many two-digit numbers are divisible by 6 and 4?
I think it's 8.
Can I say my answer?
Can you write your answer to the chat box, guys? Don't say anything. Okay, write your answer to the chat box. Okay, good. Because actually what numbers are divisible by 6 and 4? Least common multiple of 4 and 6, that's equal to 12, right? So two-digit numbers, it is 12 and 24 and 96, right? So how many numbers? It is 8. So there are 8 two-digit numbers which are divisible by 6 and 4. Very good. I didn't read the question.
Okay. If 10 workers take 2 days to dig a well of 5 meters deep, how long will 4 workers take to dig a well of 10 meters deep?
Okay. 10 meters deep. 1.5 minutes, guys. Think and write your answer to the chat box. Nargiz, Ismail, Turan, Ülker, do you have any answer?
I have.
Okay. Aydın, why is your answer 8?
I first find how many workers to do in 1 day. So 5 workers take 1 day to dig a 2.5 meters deep, and here's to dig a well.
I can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
I first found one uh, 5 worker they take a 1 day to dig a 2.5 meters, and I wrote 4 workers take 8 days to take to well of 10 meters deep.
Okay. No, actually, it is not like that. I don't look here. First, we have to see, okay, actually, which are directly proportional to each other, which are inversely. Because as you see here, for example, if days do not change, right? If we have more workers, they can dig deeper, right? I mean, they can work more. If we have less, and it's if we actually they can work less. It's like painting the house. So now it says that 10 workers take 2 days to dig a well of 5 meters. The question is, how long will 4 workers, right, take to dig a well of 10 meters, 10 meters, right? How long? X days. So to do this one first, how can I have, for example, here the 10, okay? Look at the first row. All right. So now we have 10 workers. All right. 10 workers working. We know that actually if they work more, right, they can dig more, right? Which means that how about if we want them to dig, for example, 10 meters, at the time it takes 4 days. Because 10 workers in 2 days, they can dig 5 meters. For in another 2 days, they can dig 5 more meters. Altogether in 4 days, they can dig 5 meters. Okay. Now here we have 10, the same thing, right? But now how about this one? So now actually to depth this one, right? I will fix this 10. Okay, it's not changing. Look at these two things. All right. So now suppose that they are going to dig a well, all right, a well of 10 meters. If we have more workers, it takes less days, right? If we have less workers, it takes more days, okay? Which means that if we have more workers, the days is decreasing. And if we have less workers, it takes more time, right? It's like you have 10 burgers, right? If 10 students come and eat together, maybe they can eat it in 1 minute. How about if you eat the whole burgers alone? How long does it take? Maybe you can eat this in 1 hour. It's something like this. So here, how can that means that if I increase the number of workers, I have to decrease the number of days. So how can I have 4 here? To have 4 here, I need to multiply this by 4 over 10. This depth is not changing. And also I need to work this by the inverse of this fraction, that is 10 by 4. Because if you increase it by some fraction, you have to decrease this by some fraction. Because if you have more workers, right, it takes less days. If you have less workers, it takes more days. Now from here, 10 times 4 over 10, that's equal to 4. 10 didn't change, and 4 will cancel each other. It is 4. So that means that if 4 workers work together, they can dig a well of 10 meters in 10 hours. So the answer is, it is 10 here.
Teacher, can you explain this again?
Okay, now I guess I will explain one more time. Okay, so now first let's read the question. It says 10 workers, right, take 2 days to dig a well of 5 meters, 5 meters, right? How long does it take? 2 days. So here we have 10 workers,
Yes.
right? We have 10 workers, right? And the 5 meters, it takes, what is it? 2 days.
2 days.
Okay. So the question here is, okay, let me just write the question. The question is, how long for workers take to dig a well of 10 meters 10 meters, right? How long does it take? So X days. So now if I have 4 here, for example, and 10 here, this number gives us the value of X, right? So how can I have 4 here? So number one, hello, I'm having class. You know, here it's New Year today. And the last day
Yes.
of the year, tomorrow is the first day of New Year, according to calendar. And now it's the biggest holiday here. Everywhere is closed. People are having, unfortunately, they cannot have party because of quarantine. So now I guess we will continue. Look, first I am going to have 10 here. Okay, how can I have 10 here in the middle? To do this one, suppose that, okay, the number of days, it's not changing. Or let's say the workers are not changing. It doesn't matter actually. Works 10 workers, all right. If you look at these two numbers, if we are talking about 10 workers, if we have more days, they can dig more wells, right? It's like painting the house. Okay, if you have more workers, they can paint more houses or a bigger area of your house. It's like working 2 people or 3 people. Now, if you have 10 workers, okay, now if you give them more days, they can dig more. Less, it is less. So that means that, how about again, here we have, let's say, if we give them 4 days, in 2 days, they can dig 5, another 2 days, they can dig 5. That means that in 4 days, they can dig a well of 10 meters. Did you understand this step, Nargis?
Yes, yes.
If you understand this step, the next one is easy. Now we have 10 already here, right? So now here the question is, how can I have 4 here? So now I don't change, okay? We are talking about the same, let's say the amount of food or the amount of area that they have to paint. So now if you look at the workers and days, if we have more workers, right, it takes less days, right? For
Yes.
example, let's say you have 4 chairs, okay, and you have only 1 worker. All right, he has to carry this to somewhere here. Okay, he takes this one and take to this here 1 minute, and second minute, and third minute, 4 minutes. So it takes 4 minutes for one person to carry all the chair from point A to point B. And how about now if we have 2 people, right? And one person carries only 2 in 2 minutes, another person in 2 minutes, right? And the clock is working for both of the people the same. So that means that only in 2 minutes they can carry the whole chairs. Then how about if we have 4 workers, for example, right? And each person just takes only one, carrying one chair from point A to point B. It takes only 1 minute. So only in 1 minute, right, these 4 people can carry all the chairs from point A to point B. It is something like this, because here, if we have more workers, we need less days. If we have less workers, we need more days, right? It's like time and the number of workers, right? If we have more workers, it takes less time. If we have less workers, it takes more time. So which means that if you multiply workers by some number, you have to divide these days by that number. Okay, because when one increases, as say another one is decreasing. So how can I have 4 here? To have 4 here, I need to multiply this 10 by, what is it? By 4 over 10. But here I need to divide this one by 4 over 10. So now what is 10 times 4 over 10? That's equal to 4. And here we have 10. What is 4 is divided by 4 over 10? That's equal to 10. So that means that if 4 workers work together, it takes only 10 days to dig a well of 10 meters.
Okay.
And also, actually, Nargis, usually a lot of students confuse this kind of problems. Actually, this is a rate problem, but very important problem, especially for a lot of fields of engineering. But usually, a lot of students confuse and struggle with understanding of this kind of problem. So if you're having some difficulty, it is normal. But if you practice 1 or 2 problems, if you understand it is logic, you will see that it's very easy question. Let's move to the next question. Find the number x such that the following statement is true. Guys, try. Okay, don't say anything. Let me see your answer. You have 1 minute and 40 seconds. I did. Your answer is not correct. Nargis, your answer is correct. How about the others? Sunai, why are you so quiet? Shh. But can you go out one? Okay. So first, if I just take the whole thing to the right-hand side and this one to the left-hand side, what we have here? Here we have 2017 minus 267. On the right-hand side, we know that 7 times 2 is 14. Let me just simplify this. 14 is divided by x multiplied by 5. And 2017 minus 267, that's equal to 1750. And how should we understand this? That means that 14 is divided by x and multiplied by 5, which means that here 14 times 5, it is 70. 70 over x is equal to 175 over, actually, it is just 1. So if you just invert both sides of the equation, right, it does not change. That is the same thing as x over 70 is equal to 1 over 1750. So now if I just take multiply both sides by 70, right? Good, nothing changed if you multiply both sides by the same number. 70, 70 cancel each other. Here we have x. And how about here? This 0, 0 cancel each other. Here we have 7 over 175. 7 is 7 times 1. 175 is 7 times 25. 7, 7 cancels each other. If you multiply numerator and denominator by 4, here we have 4, and here we have 100. In decimal form, that's equal to 0.04. Okay, Aydın, Nargis, Ismail. Nargis, actually, your answer is correct. Nargis, did you solve like this or in a different way?
I solve like this.
Good. Aydın, do you have any questions?
No.
Okay, let's move to the next question.
No.
Nargis, read the question.
I read. Okay. The breadth of a rectangle is increased by 50%. 50%. What should be percentage decrease of length so that the area remains unchanged? Round your answer to the nearest whole number.
Guys, can you do this and write your answer to the chat box? That's also a little bit tricky question. A lot of students make a mistake. 8 seconds left. Okay, I got the answer from Ismail. How about Nargis, Aydın, Ülker, Sunay? Yes, Aydın, no answer.
No.
Nargis,
No answer.
Sunay, Ülker. Okay, I think they are not here. All right.
I'm here. I'm here. I don't have an answer.
Good. Okay, actually not good. So here to solve this question, okay, we are talking about any rectangle. So you can just take any rectangle that you like. Suppose that we are talking about this rectangle, okay? And let's say its length is 4, okay? Its length is equal to, let's say, 100. It can be 10, it doesn't matter. But here the question is, the breadth of the rectangle is increased by 50%. Okay, not actually 100, let's say it's 10, okay. What is breadth? Breadth is, it is 4 here, right? And also actually maybe, actually length is not changing. How about if I just write here, let's say it is, let's say 20, but actually it doesn't matter, okay. So if you change, for example, increase the breadth by 50%, right? So guys, actually, I'm sorry, because it says breadth, so I need to draw something like this that looks like a rectangle. Actually, it doesn't matter. You can draw anything, okay? So this one is, let's say, anything. Let's say it is, let's say it is 30, okay? Doesn't matter. So length, let's say it is 10. So now I am going to increase its breadth by 50%. So 10 plus 50% of 10. And we know that 50% of 10, that's equal to 5. So 10 plus 5, that's equal to 15. So now if I draw new rectangle, our new rectangle will be something like this. Right? So breadth, actual length, it does not change. Now breadth, it is 15 centimeters. Okay. So now we change this rectangle into this rectangle. Here the question is, what should be the percentage decrease of length so that the area remains unchanged? Okay, so now if I want to change this into this form, here we have the area, okay, and what should be the percentage decrease of length so that the area remains unchanged, right? So here, what is the area? Area is equal to 10 times 30. And also we are expecting that this area is the same, right? So how should I change the length of this rectangle so that it gives us the area of the previous rectangle? So suppose that again, I will just change this into this form because now I'm going to change length. So we will have this kind of rectangle. Okay. So length, width is equal to 50. How about length? Length is, let's say, 30 minus x because I had to decrease this, right? So now after that, I will find this x. Now from here, 15 times 30 minus x, it should be equal to, what is it? The area of the original rectangle. That's equal to 300. From here, what is 30 minus x is equal to 300 over 15. That's equal to 20, right? Is equal to 20. Now, if you solve for x, 30 minus what number is 20? So x is equal to 10. Okay. So now we are not done yet. We need to find the percentage decrease, right? Percentage decrease. Now, how do you find the percentage decrease? So now originally it was 30, right? So I'll just take 30 as 100%. And how much did it decrease? By 10, right? So it is 10 is, what is it? It is, let's say, it is t%. So now from here, we should find t. If you cross multiply, 30 times t, it is 30t. And the 10 times 100, that's equal to 1000. So now 0, 0 cancel each other. What is t? T is equal to 100 over 3, which is equal to 33.3%. In the question, it says that round your answer correct to the nearest whole number. If you round this off to the nearest whole number, the answer is 33%. So the answer is 33%. Any questions?
No,
This is a little bit
I can understand.
challenging question, but here idea is simple, but here you need to use algebra to solve this question. Okay, in different way, I don't know, maybe you can solve this, but it will be long. But here, I just explained here. That's why it looks long. But you try this one more time, okay? The idea is, okay, we are given the original rectangle. First, I increase its width, right, by 50%. So now we get a big triangle, right? I mean, rectangle. It is 15 by 30. So now, by what percentage should we decrease the length of this rectangle so that we will have the same area as the original rectangle? That's a problem here. Anyway, guys, you need to practice one more time. If you don't understand, after you give one try, okay, I will explain one more time. If it is not.
Mr. Custom,
Yes.
I can understand this question.
Which one? 10 or
This
11?
one. This one.
You couldn't solve it?
No, I can understand this question.
You can or cannot?
I can't understand this question.
So do you want me to explain again or?
Yes, please.
Okay. All right, let's do it again then. One more time, I'll explain, okay, then after that, maybe you'll try again. So I then here, the breadth of a rectangle. What kind of rectangle? Is any rectangle. So you should just choose any rectangle that is suitable for you to work with this length. For me, I am choosing this rectangle. Okay, let's say we are talking about this rectangle. Okay, and suppose that it is actually length, let's say it's equal to 10, okay, and it is length is equal to 20, right? So if I ask you what is the area of the rectangle, area is equal to 10 times 20, that's equal to 200. All right, that is the first part of the question.
Yes.
In the second part, it says that the breadth of the rectangle is increased by 50%. So what is the breadth of this rectangle? So now breadth is 10, right? So how can I increase by 50%? That is 10. So I need to add a 50% of 10. And what is 50% of 10? It is 5, right? 50% means half of 10. So that's equal to 15. So now that means that our rectangle becomes new rectangle. It's something like this. So now this length is 20, right? It is breadth is now 15. As you see here, if you find its area, area is 300. It is not equal to the area of this one. But now in the question, it's asking that what should be the percentage decrease of length so that the area remains unchanged. So what does it mean? That means that from here, you need to form new rectangle. The breadth is not changing here. Now we are going to change the length. So let's say his breadth is something like this, okay? All right, so this is our new rectangle again. Breadth does not change here, and I am going to decrease its length. By what percentage? I don't know, right? So it is 20. Let's say I'm going to decrease it by X%. So minus X% of what? It is 20, right? So now that is actually maybe, I don't know if you have ever seen this kind of expression, this algebraic expression. If you simplify this, that's very easy stuff, right? So what is this? This 20 minus actually X% of 20. What does it mean? It means that you are decreasing 20 by X%. Let's say you are a seller, you are selling t-shirt For example, if you want to make a discount, okay, if I ask you, Aydin, I would like to buy your t-shirt, can you make 20% discount? How do you make a discount? 20, right, minus 20% of 20. So 20% of 20 is $4. So 20 minus 4, I can buy this for $16. But how about in general, if I wanted to give a discount of X%, so you need to subtract X% of 20, right? So because I don't know X, that's why we are going to find this X. So here, if you simplify this, here we have 20 minus, what is X%? That is X over 100 times, here we have 20 with 20. Now, if you simplify this, 0, 0 cancel each other, 2, 2, it is 5. So here we have 20 minus X over 5. So even I can simplify this. It's a common denominator is 5. So here we have 100 minus X over 5. So now in the question, it says that what should be the percentage decrease of length so that their area remains unchanged, right? So what is it? The area is this one, 200. So that's the next step. Let's say I'll continue. So now what is the area of this new rectangle? The area is, what is it? It is 15. That area, 15 times length. Length is 100 minus X over 5. So that should be equal to 200. That's our equation. So now if you solve this for X, we will just get X. So 15 over 5, that is 3. And 3 times 100, that's equal to 300. Minus 3 times X, that's equal to 3X. That's equal to 200. And take 3X to the right-hand side, that is 3X. 200 to the left-hand side, 300 minus 200, that's equal to 100. So what is X from here? X is equal to 100 over 3, which is equal to 33.3%. But correct to the nearest whole number, that is equal to 33. Whatever you change any rectangle, but if you could just go through these steps, you will get the same answer. So what does it mean? Actually, Aiden, you have to understand this one. If you increase one side of any rectangle by 50%, so to get the original rectangle, you need to decrease one side of the rectangle by 33%. And for all the question, it is the same. If you remember, we did similar question in P5. Now they ask this question a bit different way. Okay, that's it. I think that much is enough for this question. Let's continue. Ismail, can you read the question?
Yes. A coin rolls along a corridor and stops once it hits the wall. The perimeter of the coin is 44 centimeters and the coin is 2017 centimeters away from the wall. Where will the arrow point when it reaches the wall? I write it is C.
C. Why?
Mm,
Ismail, did you really solve it yourself or somebody helped you?
no, I write.
You did yourself?
Yes,
Really?
yes.
How did you get C? Tell me.
Uh,
Anyway, guys, let's do this because we're running out of time. Okay, Small, write it. I'll give you 1 minute. Explain, 1 minute. Okay, Small, then let's do it together, okay? Because we have only 3-4 minutes left. So here it says that the distance between this and wall, it is 2017, right? And the perimeter of the coin, that means circumference of the circle, that is 44 centimeters. So now, actually, when it just travels 44 centimeters, again, it will have the same position, right? So now, if you divide 2017 by 44, we have 45. You can just do this. And the remainder will be, what is it, 2017. The remainder will be 37, right? After the coin rolls for 45 times, right, it will come somewhere here. Now again, in the original direction, the arrowhead is looking up, right? The distance between this coin and the wall will be 37 centimeters. Actually, what is 37? 37, I can just write it as 11 plus 11 plus 11 plus, what is it? 33. It is 4, right? Because here, if you look at this one, first 11, right, actually the arrowhead actually looks like this because the first quarter. And second 11, it looks like this. Third 11, right, actually now it looks like this. A little bit 4, it will be looking something like that, right? So that's why this one is not possible. E is not possible, D is not possible, and also B is not possible, A is not possible. The only answer is C. So the answer is C. Okay, Aydın. All right. Next question.
Can I read?
Yes.
Teacher Thomas did a survey of primary 6 students to find out how the students go to school. The results are shown in the pie chart. Given that 110 students go to school by train, how many students go to school by bus?
Given that 110 students go to school by train. So train, how many? It is 110. The question is, how many students go to school by bus? Let's say X students go to school
And my
by.
answer is E, none of the above.
None of the
Yes,
above? Really?
yes.
So let's see. So 88% is 110. And how about 140% represents how many? By bus, right? So if you cross multiply, 80,
No, my
X,
answer is B.
okay. So now X is equal to 140 times 110 is 11 times 10. And how about 88? I can write it as 11 times 8, right? So these two cancel each other. 140 is divided by 8, right? That's equal to, what is it? By 2, it is 70. By 4, it is 35. By 2, it is 5. So 5 times 35, that's equal to 135. So the answer is 175. Nargis, why did you get E?
I found 108.
No, the answer 175. Did you solve like this?
No.
You should solve like this. So 88%, right? It represents 110 people. The question is, how about 140 degrees, actually, not percent, degrees represent how many students? And after the cross multiply and solve it, that's it.
Oh, okay, that's easy.
Good. Guys, let's just do this question and I will finish the question, okay? Because I have another class here. I then read the question and let's do it together and we will continue the other question next time.
Oh, yes. In the picture below, CDEF square, E is a midpoint of DG, and AD is equal to 2 times DC. Also, ABC angle and ADG angle are right angles. If BAG is a 105 degrees, what is the angle BCA?
Okay, very good. So the angle BCA, we need to find this angle. It says that CDEF is a square, that means all sides are equal. And E is a midpoint of DG, that means that under DE is equal to EG, right? And AD is equal to 2 times DC, right? So that means that 2 times DC means, and also AD, I can just write here, I don't know, it is 2 times AD. Let me just keep it like this now. All right, so and also AB as ADG are, right? Angles, if BAG is 105, right? So 105, which means that actually, guys, is DG from here, AD is equal to DG. That means that ADG is isosceles triangle, which means that if this angle is, let's say, alpha, and also this must be alpha, because AD is equal to DG, right? Because from this relationship. So we know this is a right angle triangle. We know that the sum of the interior angles of any triangle is equal to 180. Now from here, what is alpha? Is equal to 45. And the question says that BAG is 105, right? Which means that this angle is 105 minus 45. That's equal to 60. Now from here, 60 plus x is a right angle triangle. It should be equal to 90. So what is x? X equals 30 degrees. Okay, Aydın, Nargis, tonight, Turan, and Ulker, that much is enough for today. And keep practicing the questions. If you finish them, let me know. I will give you another new paper. And we have only 3 more hours with you. Okay, after that you have exam. So Aydın, Nargis, Turan, everybody here, you are doing very well. And I hope if you try a little bit more, practice more questions, you can get gold medal. Okay, and really because you are doing well, let's see. Okay, keep practicing. If you need more questions, just let me know. Okay, see you on.
Okay, bye-bye, teacher.
Okay, bye bye.